Video opens with a stunning modern shot of the American flag waving in slow motion against a brilliant blue sky, cutting quickly to a time-lapse of a bustling New York City street, then to a shot of a SpaceX rocket launch. The footage rapidly rewinds, smartphones disappearing, skyscrapers deconstructing, cars vanishing, the world turning black and white until it finally settles on a silent, dark forest. The screen goes black. White text appears. 423 years in the making. ... double quotes. Asterisk, asterisk music. A somber, hopeful melody begins, with the sound of ocean waves and wind. Asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk narrator, deep, authoritative AI voice. Asterisk, asterisk, in the dawn of a new world, a story began. Not with kings or crowns, but with a flicker of hope in the vast, untamed wilderness. In 1607, a small band of settlers landed at Jamestown, their survival hanging by a thread, planting the first seeds of a nation yet to be imagined. 13 years later, aboard the Mayflower, Pilgrims signed a compact, a promise to each other, to build a new society founded on principle. Across the eastern shore, 13 colonies began to take root. From the farmlands of Virginia to the bustling ports of Boston, they were separate, yet bound by a common spirit of resilience and a growing thirst for liberty. This was not yet a nation, but the scattered, determined beginnings of an idea that would soon set the world ablaze. Asterisk, asterisk music shifts, becoming more tense and dramatic, with the sounds of marching drums and distant cannon fire. Visuals show quick cuts of colonial protests, the Boston Tea Party, and animated maps of British troop movements. Asterisk, asterisk, narrator. Asterisk, asterisk. The whispers of discontent grew into a roar. A people, once loyal subjects, refused to be governed from an ocean away. In 1776, a declaration was signed, not just of independence, but of ideals, that all men are created equal, endowed with unalienable rights. This was treason. This was revolution. A farmer from Virginia, George Washington, would rise to lead a ragged army of patriots against the mightiest empire on earth. Through the frozen winter at Valley Forge, across the treacherous Delaware River, and onto the decisive battlefield at Yorktown, they fought. They bled. They sacrificed everything for a cause greater than themselves. A new flag with 13 stars was raised, a symbol of victory, a testament to the radical belief that a people could and should govern themselves. Asterisk, asterisk music swells into a grand classical orchestral piece. Visuals show the signing of the Constitution, maps illustrating westward trails, and cinematic shots of pioneers. Asterisk, 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 narrator. Asterisk, asterisk, with the war won, the true challenge began, to forge a single nation from 13 disparate states. In Philadelphia, minds of a generation gathered to debate, to compromise, and to create a blueprint for a republic. A daring experiment in self-government, a system of checks and balances designed to secure the blessings of liberty. With the foundation laid, the nation looked west. An immense, unknown continent beckoned. Lewis and Clark charted a path to the Pacific, opening a gateway for dreamers and pioneers. Following the Oregon Trail, families in covered wagons pushed across prairies and over mountains, driven by the promise of land, opportunity, and destiny. The nation was expanding, its borders stretching from sea to shining sea, but a deep and terrible crack was forming at its very core. Asterisk, asterisk music becomes somber and tragic, dominated by mournful strings and the low beat of a war drum. Visuals shift to sepia-toned images of enslaved people, fiery abolitionist speeches, and then the stark, brutal reality of Civil War battlefields. Asterisk, asterisk, narrator. Asterisk, asterisk, a house divided against itself cannot stand. The sin of slavery, present from the beginning, had become an undeniable moral crisis. The nation tore itself apart, brother against brother, in the bloodiest conflict in its history. From the fields of Gettysburg to the long march through Georgia, the very soul of America was at stake. A quiet, resolute leader, Abraham Lincoln, guided the Union through its darkest hour, his words echoing with a solemn promise to preserve the nation and to finally fulfill its founding creed. The Civil War was a crucible of fire and blood, a tragedy of unimaginable scale. But from its ashes, the nation was reborn. The chains of slavery were broken, and the promise of a new birth of freedom began its long, arduous journey toward reality. Asterisk music transitions to a powerful, driving rhythm with industrial sounds. Visuals are a fast-paced montage of steam locomotives, Thomas Edison in his lab, and time lapses of skyscrapers being built. Asterisk narrator. Asterisk out of the ashes of war, a new America was forged in steel and fire. The transcontinental railroad stitched the nation together, shrinking vast distances and fueling a wave of progress. In workshops and laboratories, innovators like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla captured lightning in a bottle, illuminating the night and powering a new age of invention. Cities exploded upward, with skyscrapers of steel and stone piercing the clouds, testaments to human ambition and engineering might. This was the age of industry, of fortunes made and lost, a time of unprecedented growth and change that would position America to step onto the world stage. Asterisk music becomes dramatic and intense, with the sounds of sirens, artillery, and jazz music. Visuals show WWI trenches, followed by the glamour of the 1920s, the desperation of the Great Depression, and the global conflict of World War II. Asterisk narrator. The 20th century arrived, and the world was plunged into chaos. American soldiers crossed the Atlantic to fight in the trenches of the Great War, marking the nation's arrival as a global power. The conflict was followed by the Roaring Twenties, a decade of jazz, prosperity, and cultural rebellion. But the party ended abruptly with the crash of 1929, ushering in the Great Depression, a time of profound hardship that tested the nation's resolve. Just as the country began to recover, tyranny rose again across the globe. From the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, America was drawn into the Second World War. An entire generation was mobilized, on the home front and on battlefields across Europe and the Pacific, fighting for the very survival of freedom in the world. Asterisk music shifts to a tense Cold War-era electronic score mixed with inspirational orchestral elements. Visuals include atomic bomb tests, Martin Luther King Jr. delivering his speech, and the iconic moon landing. Asterisk narrator. Victory in war gave way to a new kind of conflict, a Cold War, a battle of ideologies fought in the shadow of nuclear annihilation. As tensions simmered globally, a revolution for justice erupted at home. The Civil Rights Movement, led by the powerful voice of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., marched, protested, and demanded that America live up to its promise of equality for all its citizens. It was an era of profound social change and technological leaps. The nation dared to reach for the heavens, and in 1969, the world watched in awe as a human foot first stepped onto the surface of the moon. It was a giant leap for mankind, a symbol of what was possible when the nation united behind a singular, audacious goal. Asterisk music becomes modern, with a blend of electronic and hopeful instrumental tones. Visuals are a rapid-fire montage of early internet graphics, the solemn 9/11 memorials, the ubiquity of smartphones, and diverse faces of modern Americans. Asterisk narrator. The end of the century brought a new frontier, the digital age. The rise of the internet connected the world in ways never before imagined, transforming communication, commerce, and culture. But the new millennium began with a trial by fire. The attacks of September 11, 2001 scarred the nation's heart, but could not break its spirit. In the years that followed, technology accelerated, putting the world in the palm of our hands with the advent of the smartphone. From moments of triumph to periods of division, from technological marvels to social reckonings, the American story continues to be written every single day. Asterisk music swells to a powerful, inspirational crescendo. The video ends with a fast-paced montage of diverse, modern Americans of all ages and backgrounds, smiling, working, innovating, and living. The final shot is a slow-motion view of the American flag waving proudly. Asterisk narrator. 423 years. A story of struggle and triumph, of flaws and ideals, of a constant, imperfect, and relentless journey toward a more perfect union. The story is not over. The story continues. With you. Like, comment, and subscribe our channel.